Emergency flood precautions are underway in Scranton's west side. Excavators on Frink Street cleaning out the debris to keep the creeks at bay.
I'm at this point in my life, I'd rather have snow than water, which sounds kind of strange, but we've got the emergency measures in place. We're working on those long-term solutions.
This section of the city was hit hard during September's devastating flooding, as was the area around Leggett's Creek, where homeowner Brian Kerrigan and his entire family has lived for decades.
And as you see, this is bad, but just imagine it was at the top of the tunnel, what the fear that I had for my mom and dad and sisters.
And he's worried it's going to happen again if something doesn't change.
This is a minor rain, and look where we're at already. Something certainly needs to be done by way of flood control.
Over in the plot section of Scranton, as the water was quickly rising, DPW was putting up the floodgates. Neighbors nearby keeping an eye on those levels.
Every time it rains, my basement gets water, and it rains heavy. So the water comes into my basement through the floor. So with this kind of water, I have to have a sump pump in there. If it goes over that wall, or not over the wall, but goes through these seals, it's going to be worse.
Paul Hughes, who lived through the flooding of '96, says he's hoping they're in the clear.
I'll tell you, the plot itself, we're pretty safe down here since they put this dike in. I mean, it dressed up the plot a lot too. And, you know, we always get nervous when we hear the alarms going off for the floods and everything, but I feel pretty safe here.
Monday's rain comes as those from the September flood will soon be getting some relief, as the first round of flood relief checks are on the way.
It's a little ironic that we're cutting those checks for the September 9th storm on the day that we have this more water, but everyone is physically safe, which is most important. We're trying to make sure that all the properties stay safe.
As crews in Scranton are doing what they can to keep the water from rising yet again. Melissa Steininger, Newswatch 16, Scranton.